mamas, welcome. Thank you for joining me, especially the tired mamas. We're going to be talking about how to stop running on empty tonight and actually start thriving, and how protein gives us the power to do that, to give motherhood that lift. We really need to be eating protein. So, for example, I had a week at my corporate job not too long ago where I was skipping lunch. I was taking care of everybody else except myself, coworkers, family, everything, and was skipping lunch. And by the weekend, I was totally spent. And I'm like, what is the deal? It wasn't like the week was that different, but it was. It was a stressful week, and I was skipping lunch. So I couldn't nap enough. It's like it had just gotten a hold of me. And when I went back to work on Monday, I still felt like I could fall asleep at my desk. Like, oh my goodness, that week of basically not eating lunch was really wearing me out. So my goal during this video is to inspire you to stop skipping meals and reach for the protein, even if it's not a perfect choice, because protein really does have a profound effect, not only on your energy, but on your mood and your overall well-being. I'm going to explain a little bit about the why. So it's not like me telling you to feed yourself is something revolutionary, right? Like, you need to eat. Like, this is fundamental. But we all need reminders of these simple steps because they can have a revolutionary effect on our lives and our well-being, even though it's a really simple thing, okay? It's not always easy to do something simple, but I'm here to inspire you to do that. I'm Lindsay Marie, and I was navigating the exhaustion, the overwhelm, and the irritability that I thought just came with motherhood. And then I discovered a natural and sustainable way to overcome it. So now I'm a mental health nutrition coach, and I'm on a mission to help moms like you shift from barely surviving to actually thriving by rebuilding our natural feel-good systems in our brain. So anyone watching, I do have an amazing prize drawing for my meal planning makeover course. So somebody who's viewing and engaging during the live is going to get a free access, complimentary access to the meal planning makeover, where I just help you free up literally days of your life by overhauling your grocery shopping routine. So first question, who skipped a meal today? Or you thought eating a granola bar or some crackers was good enough, okay? And how did that work out? Did you notice it made a difference? Because a lot of times we get so used to it, like I said, during that week, I was just super stressed, and I just kind of didn't notice how not eating was actually affecting me. So yeah, this is a normal occurrence. Moms skip meals. So let me know, raise your hand, participate, and it makes it all the more fun and actually helps it stick in your brain. When you engage with me, what I'm teaching you helps it stick, okay? So like I said, we all know that we need to eat protein, but why? Why do we need to eat protein? Many times just understanding the why behind something actually makes it easier to take the action. So that's what I'm here to inspire you to do. The number one reason you should eat protein right now is to stabilize your mood, because it stabilizes your blood sugar, okay? When your blood sugar is all over the place, your mood is all over the place. So the simplest thing you can do right now is to eat protein. When you skip a meal, your blood sugar tanks, right? And when your blood sugar tanks, your body gets tired. You might feel fatigued. And then, not only are you tired, now your adrenals kick in because they think you need sugar. So they push sugar into your blood, and when your adrenals kick in, now you know, you're in fight or flight state, which now you're going to get irritable. Okay, so you see this cycle that's going on, all because you skipped a meal, okay? You have enough other reasons in your life to be in fight or flight mode right now, and then you skipped a meal on top of it. So your body is just out of control, right? It feels out of control. So focus on what you can control, and that's sticking protein in your mouth to avoid your adrenals kicking in later, right? We don't want to go into fight or flight just because I skipped a meal. So Now let's talk about when you reach for the easier option than protein, like crackers, chips, chocolate. Tina just said I've been eating cardboard all week and then pig out when I get home. I'm a mess. Yes, it feels like a mess because your body is like literally on a roller coaster for your blood sugar. So the crackers, the chips, the chocolate, like that's all causing a spike in your blood sugar. And your sugar starts to rise, and it's rising at a really high rate, and your pancreas kicks in and goes, we need insulin to drop your blood sugar back into a healthy state. So, except it like overreacts, right? Because your sugar was going up so fast, now your pancreas overreacts and it goes way too low, okay? And what did I say happens when your blood sugar dips? Your adrenals are going to kick in. So not only does skipping the meal send you on this roller coaster, so does eating the crackers, the chips, the chocolate, the cardboard, like Tina said, makes your blood sugar go crazy like this. So the number one reason you should eat protein right now, even if you're having a beer as you're watching this, it's better to have a beer with some protein, okay? So that your blood sugar levels don't go as crazy. The protein will help with the blood sugar balancing to avoid the really steep spikes and dips. So have you ever felt that afternoon slump? So have you ever noticed it? Like, you know, like 3 o'clock, you're just like ready to sleep. What did you do 3 hours sooner or 2 hours sooner? And when you, what did you do a few hours sooner, and how is that affecting you right now? So often, like I said before, we're so stressed that we can't notice. We don't notice. So just pay attention next time. Just pay attention the next time you skip that meal or you eat the cardboard, and what happens 2 or 3 hours later in order to start noticing the profound impact that protein can really have. So another reason to eat protein regularly throughout the day is for the amino acids that they provide, which also play a very critical role in your mood. Amino acids are huge for your mood. So I'll tell you why. So you have 4 engines in your body that are designed to make you feel good. So if it's taking you willpower to be happy and have energy and relax and actually find pleasure in life, then these engines are not getting enough fuel. So how do we make sure these engines run as they're designed and give them the fuel? We give them protein, because the protein has amino acids, which are the fuel for those feel-good engines. So let's clarify. The easiest thing to talk about here is turkey, right? Turkey, everybody knows turkey has tryptophan in it. What tryptophan really is an amino acid. And that amino acid turns into fuel for your happy engine. Okay, that's what it's really doing. It's not necessarily making you tired. You're probably tired because the blood sugar roller coaster that you're on Thanksgiving, not because of the tryptophan in your turkey. The tryptophan in your turkey is going to help make your happy engine run, which is serotonin, okay? So if you're not eating protein enough, you're not giving your body the fuel that it needs to run those feel-good engines. And when your feel-good engines aren't working for you, then everything feels like willpower. Everything is an act of survival in life, and it's not fun. So being happy, having energy, relaxing, finding pleasure in life, all of these things should come naturally because you were literally designed with a system to help you feel all those things. That is what the epitome of being human is, right? So to figure out how these engines are running for you and for tips on what you can do to boost them right now on top of eating the protein is to take the mood checkup. So that will be in the comments somewhere around this video. And take it while it's still complimentary. It won't be free forever. And it will give you custom results. Like it's literally results that are very specific to you. So check it out in the link somewhere around this video. Let's talk a little bit about how much protein you should eat and how often you should eat it. Clarification, I am not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist, I am not even a dietitian, and I suggest you do your own research and listen to your body. That's what I'm always coaching the moms that I work with. Listen to your body. But a good place to start is to eat half of your body weight in grams, okay? So let me do the math for you. So if you weigh 150 pounds, half of that is 75 grams of protein per day. You got it? Take your weight in pounds, split it in half, and turn that into grams. And that's a good place to just start and see how that feels. Then I'd space your protein throughout the day in order to fuel your body with those amino acids consistently for your mood, right? And to keep your blood sugar balanced throughout the day. So for a lot of people, that's around 4 hours. And for most of the moms that I work with, they need to eat more like every 3 hours if they're not breastfeeding. If they are breastfeeding, those mamas need to be eating like basically just as much as baby is, because if they actually watch their blood sugar, it is tanking when the baby is eating. So you need to eat as often as your baby's eating, or closer to like every 2 hours. But like I said, listen to your body, listen to how you're feeling, and just play around with it. Like there's no harm, no foul in like experimenting with how much protein you eat during the day. I am going to post a list of different protein sources and how many grams are in a palm-sized portion. I don't know if it's going to work right now, but I'll put it in a PDF or I'll put it in an image in the comments of this video when I'm finished, if it's not working right now with this technology loveliness. But this is to make it easy for you to look at the list and go, I have this palm, like if I have a palm-sized chicken, it's this much. If I have a palm size of almonds, it's this much. If I have pork loin, it's this much. So let's say you weigh 150 pounds and you need to eat 75 grams of protein. That is, so 3 eggs for breakfast, that's going to be 18 grams. Between breakfast and lunch, have a handful of nuts. It's going to be 7-ish grams, anywhere between 4 and 8 grams, really, for a handful of some sort of nut. You're going to have chicken breast for lunch, and you're going to have pork loin for dinner. Now, of course, you're going to eat other things with most of this. I mean, when you eat protein, you get fat, but like you want some veggies in there too, right? Drink your water, all the things, but focusing on the protein will get things in your mouth and get you feeling better quicker, okay? So if I eat those things throughout the day and I weigh 150 pounds, that's a good place to start, because that's 75 grams of protein. You'll see that when I post the suggestions in the comments later. But don't overthink it, honestly. Just get protein in your mouth for now. Don't worry about it being perfect. I do have a protein shake that I like to use. Of course, I like to have a hard-boiled egg with a protein shake, or do something protein on top of the shake, because there is sugar in protein shakes that is also possibly going to make your blood sugar spike, depending on how your body reacts to it. So I'll post the link to that in the comments as well. And anybody who's watching, give me your favorite protein source. Do you have a quick one that you go to? Do you have a favorite one that you wish you had more time to make and prepare ahead of time? Any unique dishes that you love? Anything. Just let me know in the comments what you like to eat for protein. Give other people some ideas. So anyone watching, go ahead and post questions, takeaways. Remember, everyone who enters or engages tonight is in a drawing for the Meal Planning Makeover, and this is a course that I designed to help you transform your grocery shopping and honestly add days to your life. This is $100 value. Like, I'm paying you $100 to play along with me right now. Okay, guys? It just makes it more fun. Kristen says, eggs for me, leftover roast beef. Roast beef. When I had my last baby, I had my sister prepare me food for after the baby was born, and it was like beef tips, right? I was like, yeah, just like the beef that just falls apart is lovely for me too, and eggs every morning for me too, Kristen. I have chickens. There's a plethora of eggs all the time. We have eggs a lot. So where was I at? What about what you're thinking? Like, what are you thinking for your diet over like tomorrow? Are you going to change something tomorrow? Are you going to change something this week? What's one change you're considering in your diet after listening to all the reasons why we should be eating protein? To remind you, the number one reason we should be eating protein is to balance our blood sugar. or you're going to be on an emotional roller coaster all day because you're on a blood sugar roller coaster all day, right? Protein is also the source of fuel for your feel-good engines. So if you're not fueling your feel-good engines, you're not going to feel good, right? To figure out which one of those engines need the most support, go ahead and take the mood checkup, which is linked in the comments already. And I'd start by dividing your weight in pounds. Like take your weight, how many pounds do you weigh? 150 pounds, divide that in half and say that many grams of protein a day. Start eating that for a couple days and just see how that changes the way that you feel. You might need to space it as close as 2 hours if you're breastfeeding, or up to 4 hours apart from each other eating the protein. Just listen to your body. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian. I'm just here to empower you and give you as much information as I can to help you make a good decision. So if you want to feel good, if you want to have energy, you want to be happy and be able to relax and find pleasure in life, then you have to stop to eat, right? So that you can fuel those feel-good engines. There's enough stress in your life that's beyond your control. Okay, so focus on what you can control, and that is how often and how much you eat. You get to control that. So let's see what other comments we have going on in here. Orgain, yes, Orgain protein powder. That's a good one. When I get hangry, I have a drawer full of cheese sticks and turkey sticks, and we'll try to remember about that when I want sugar. Yes, so like, it's not that you can't eat the sugar, right? When I'm coaching moms, I never tell them what they can't eat. So if they have to eat the sugar, it's a lot of times they're eating the sugar because it's like artificially or temporarily firing a feel-good engine, and so then they need the sugar. So we work on sustainably filling up those engines so that you don't have to have the sugar. But in the transition period when it's like, no, I still need sugar, it's like, okay, eat the cookie, but also have, in your case, the cheese stick with it, or the turkey stick. Like, make sure you're eating something even ahead of time is better than afterwards. Like when you have your plate full of food. This afternoon, I had lunch catered in to my corporate job, and I had a giant pile of fruit and cheesy potatoes. Like, I normally don't eat white potatoes, so I was like, I'm just gonna eat them. But I made sure that I had all my protein first, and then dove into my fruit and my white potatoes in order to help balance out that blood sugar. So yeah, there's little tricks that you can do that I get much more in depth with in the Feeling Good in Motherhood program. But yes, want to inspire you now. So Christina does the protein powder with coconut milk. Yeah, I do almond milk. It's cheap from Sam's Club. I haven't done the coconut milk, so I'll try that. Thanks so much for participating, you guys. I am going to keep going live every Thursday night with discussions like this. So spread the words to other mamas that you know would benefit from this. Invite them into the group, Rebuild Your Brain. And never forget that you are meant to feel good in motherhood. I love you guys, and thanks for participating. Bye-bye.